Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown in Quakertown, Pennsylvania to take a look at this brand new 2025 Nissan Altima. This is the SR trim with all-wheel drive. Gray Sky Pearl is the color. We have that black leatherette with fabric inserts, the cross stitch that you normally see on the SR trim, but 2025 is the final year for the Altima. So you let me know, if you're in the market for a mid-size sedan, do you choose the Altima over the competition? Since this is the end of its run, you let me know as we go through the car. So let's dig in. Front end of this Altima, again, the Gray Sky Pearl is the color. As we take a look at the front end, we have a full spread of LED lighting, including the turn signals and the daytime running lights. As we come across the front, we have that gloss black V-Motion grille, Nissan badge right in the middle, SR right there on the front of the grille. We do have some decorative side air curtain vents, but they're not functional. And then as we come around to our wheel and tire setup, please excuse my shadow. What we're looking at here is a 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Nissan badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone Turanza all-season tires, 235 on the width of 40 series sidewall 19s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the Gray Sky Pearl with some chrome trim around the windows. Moving in closer, we're going to go gloss black on the side view mirror caps, no LED turn signals, color matched on the front and the rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap up top, color matched roof, no sunroof. And as we swing into the back, we do have a bit of a deck lid kick up there to give it a sportier look. Altima on the left, SR on the right. We do have standard lighting in the back of the SR Altima. And we do have a gloss black around the rear diffuser area with chrome tip functional dual exhaust. We are under the hood of this 25 Altima SR, and we have Nissan's 2.5-liter inline four-cylinder engine mated to an Xtronic CVT, 182 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 25 in the city, 34 on the highway, 28 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. And just so you know, the VC turbo trim for the SR is no longer available on the Altima in the final year of production. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price, 25 Altima SR all-wheel drive, $30,330. This vehicle's got a few options on it, which we'll check out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in and a destination and delivery charge of $1,140 from Nissan's Canton, Mississippi assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $32,800. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. We're going to go black soft touch across the top. Then we have brushed aluminum into the door handle. We do have a soft armrest with the cross stitch, gloss black around the switchgear, but the switchgear itself is flat black. We don't have memory seats. We don't have power fold mirrors. Decent sized door pocket. As we move on into the foot box, we have a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. We're going to have power seat without lumbar for the driver, manual assist front passenger, and that's just not good enough in an SR trim. As we take a look at our seats, we have the black vinyl, and then, or leatherette, whatever you want to call it, with the cross stitch. And then we have a fabric insert with the cross stitch as well. The bolstering is soft. The headrests are soft. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. When we move on over, we're going to have soft touch, and then we're going to have this black trim with a design in it, some brushed aluminum into your heat and air vent. And then down further, we do have a nice large glove box. And then as we swing it on over, we have Nissan's base 8-inch infotainment system, wired CarPlay, Android Auto. What are they doing? This is an SR. Now I know for 2025 we have some different trim options. We have S, SV front wheel drive, SV all wheel drive. SR front-wheel drive, SR all-wheel drive, SL, and SL all-wheel drive. The VC turbo is out, but the SR is the third level up from base. I should have a nicer infotainment system, at least with built-in nav. But you let me know what you think. What do we do have? We do have Sirius XM, and we do have HD AM FM and our Bluetooth music, aux jack, all that stuff. So they have that. They have general vehicle settings where you can go to your connections and you can connect up your devices, up to 6 devices, set up your Wi-Fi hotspot, adjust your speakers, your clock. It is a touchscreen as well. You got your apps right in here. So they have that set up. So, oops, and then you have your info screen right here, system information, vehicle transmission. Then you go back to audio, but it is an older system. We have a volume button and a tuning knob. We go to reverse. We have the old backup camera, totally fuzzy with trajectory, but they're just letting this thing wither and die on the vine, which is a shame, but that's what you have. Down further, 4-way hazards, 2 heat and air vents, standard AC, no climate control. I should not need the SR premium package to get climate control. I should have it in here already, along with heated seats and a heated steering wheel in an SR trim. But they don't do that. They make you get the premium packages and the climate packages and all that other junk that's going to add money to this car and turn a $32,000, $33,000 car into a $36,000 or $37,000 car. And then it doesn't make financial sense. We have fan speed, temperature. Down further, we do have an aux jack, USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt, rubberized area to store your phone, no wireless charging pad, push-button start, leather gaiter with the stitching. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through the simulated gears of this Xtronic CVT. We have an electric brake, 2 cup holders, Nissan key fob right here, remote start, lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, nice and light. And then we do have a soft armrest with the stitching. We open it up and we have a nicer area underneath for storage. Nissan steering wheel, we have the leather wrap wheel with the cross stitch, nice 10 and 2 notches, flat bottom wheel, good looking steering wheel. I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this Altima. It is a very open and airy passenger cockpit in here. Now on the left, we're going to go with our flat black on the switchgear, where we have controls for the digital portion of your dash, seek for your music, volume. Then on the right, you got your adaptive cruise, and then your telephone and voice commands. We do have paddles to go up and down the simulated gears of this Xtronic CVT manually, if you would like. Then we have our headlight controls, high beams and turn signals. On the right, windshield wipers. Down over here on the left, pop the trunk, bright and dim the dash, trip reset, and then way down there is where you pop your fuel filler door, and way down underneath that is where you pop the hood. We do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, and then we have the analog digital combo. Analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then we have additional information that we can go through either up and down or left to right, depending on what you want to see when you're going down the road. Overhead console, we have a spot for our sunglasses right there. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. No roof to show you. Manual framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function. And then we have a sun visor with vanity and a light. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back of the Altima, but first the rear door panel. We move on in. We're going to have hard black plastic until we get to the armrest, which is still soft with the stitching. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position, so in we'll go. Duck to get in. We do have a sloping roof line. I would say 5'9" and taller. You might have to duck a little bit, but once I'm in, tons of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". Look at all that room back here. I have the leatherette all the way down, no seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger, and then we do have a USB-C and a USB-A here for rear seat connectivity. And then the back seats, same combo with the leatherette fabric insert and the cross stitch, nice and soft. And then we have our armrest, super soft, 2 cup holders. So overall, you get a lot of room back here in this Altima, and the seats are quite comfortable. Getting into the trunk of your Altima, well, you can pop the trunk from your key fob or from the dash, or you can come to the back, and right underneath the Nissan badge, above the license plate, there's a button, you hit it, and it pops right up. Nice wide opening, 15.43 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Altima. We do have some stuff in here, but we do have the Altima carpeted floor mats that say Altima SR with the stitching, looking good. Underneath there, we do have some extra storage with a jack, because underneath here we have a spare. So thank you, Nissan, for the spare. We do have the shopping hooks that hang down, so you can hang your grocery bags on here or other bags so they won't slide around the trunk. I do like that. And now, if you want more room and there's nobody in the back seats, we have seat releases right there, and then we can go around to each door. We can put the seats down in a 60-40 split. Just like that. And now, even though there's a big box in here, you have more room in here. Let me try to move this box further back out of the way. You have more room, even though it is a bit of a more narrow opening. You do have more room, so it's a good amount of space here in the back of this Altima. Altima window sticker, here we go. 25 SR all-wheel drive sedan, standard equipment. Options. Total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Nissan in Mississippi. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 25 Altima SR. And right off the bat, I got great visibility out of all the glass. No issues there. Good size side view mirrors. I got blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that jazz in here for safety. I also have the LED lighting up front for safety as well. Would have been nice to have LED taillights in the back as well. And overall, it drives pretty well. Now, the VC Turbo is gone for the 25 model year, as Nissan is wrapping up production. But it still handles really well, even though we have the lower horsepower power plant in here, the naturally aspirated 2.5 liter. But it still gets the vehicle up to speed all right, not a big deal. And we have the Xtronic CVT. But suspension's well damped, where you are getting some wind noise, you are going to get some road noise, but it's a smooth ride. The seats are very comfortable. Probably some of the most comfortable seating in a midsize sedan in the segment, and the segment is very, very crowded. But we're saying goodbye to 3 midsize sedans this year, all being taken out of production after 2025. We're saying goodbye to the Altima, we're saying goodbye to the Subaru Legacy, and we're saying goodbye to the Chevy Malibu, all at the end of the 2025 model year. So what is going to be left in the segment? Well, the segment leader Camry, then the Accord, and then you're going to have the Korean mid-size sedans, the K5 and the Sonata. from Kia and Hyundai respectively. But you know what? It handles really well. Handles like a dream. Really tight steering. Responds really, really well. Nissan does make a good handling car. You might not like them. You might not like this transmission, but the car handles really well. And it's just a smooth driving car. This car has so much potential. Huh. Every time I drive an Altima, I think to myself, this car has so much potential. Now, the turning radius here is 18.7 feet. We're not going to make that on a country back road, so we'll just turn around. The car has so much potential, though. They're really... The way I look at it right now, this is the last year of production. They're not going to do anything else with it, but they could have. They could have done a big redesign on this car. Instead, they're going to let it die, and they're going to make another EV. And right now, besides Tesla and some other EV-only makers, EVs aren't doing all that well right now overall. And they got big discounts, so I don't see why Nissan, since they already have the Aria, needs to make another EV. That's not making a whole lot of sense to me. But they could have done so much with this car. You know, with the Camry TRD going out, Honda not having a performance variant for the Accord. The only performance variants are from the Sonata and the N-Line and the K5 and the K5 GT. They could have done a sporty Altima easily, and they could have used V6 power with their naturally aspirated V6 that they have, or they could have stuck with the VC turbo, turned up the boost a little bit, give it more horsepower, put in a 9-speed auto instead of the CVT. Wouldn't have taken a lot. Facelifted the car on the exterior, jazzed up the interior a little bit. I think they would have had a winner. I mean, they're already selling 130 to 140,000 of these vehicles every year, so it still sells all right. Now, some of those are for fleet sales, I'll give you that, but it still sells pretty good. And so to kill it off and kill off 130 to 140,000 units a year in hopes you're going to sell that with an EV, I don't think so. I think it's another major mistake by Nissan. Major mistake. They could have done a lot with this car. It's got so much potential, but instead they're letting it wither and die on the vine, which is just a shame. But you let me know what you think about this car. If you're in the market for a midsize sedan this year, do you buy one of these Altimas before they're gone, or do you buy one of the other midsize sedans that are on the market? You let me know, put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown here in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this 2025 Nissan Altima SR all-wheel drive for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.